James Comey. You wake up one morning and you read a story. Justice Department seeks to indict former FBI Director James Comey for allegedly lying to Congress. Now, why would he lie to Congress, Vinny? I mean, do you
Great
believe
question.
he is capable of lying to Congress?
Not James
Why would he
Comey.
do such a thing?
Not
You're
him.
talking to Congress.
Yeah.
You're the director of FBI. Okay, let me read this, and then we got some clips here to show you. I know a lot of you guys are worried about this. So the Justice Department is seeking to indict Director Comey for perjury as the deadline for bringing charges looms. Fox News has learned the probe into Comey centers is whether he lied to Congress on September 30th, 2020, testimony about his handling of the investigation to Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, which, Rob, I think that's the clip right there that you have, right? The one that they're claiming if he did or not. Go ahead and play the clip, and I'll read the rest.
There should be no fuzz on this whatsoever. The Russians interfered in our election during 2016
You better be right
cycle.
when you say something like
They did it
that.
with purpose. They did it with sophistication. They did it with overwhelming technical efforts. And it was an active measures campaign driven from the top of that government. There is no fuzz on that. It is a high confidence judgment of the entire intelligence community. And the members of this committee have seen the intelligence. It's not a close call. That happened. That's about as unfake as you can possibly get. And it's very, very serious, which is why it's so refreshing to see a bipartisan focus on that, because this is about America, not about any particular party.
All right.
So that was a hostile.
That's how you make a statement and double down 3 times in the
And
same
you know
paragraph.
what's great about that statement? You know when you make a statement like that. What was the date on that, Rob, by the way? That's
June
what?
of 2017.
When he said that. Okay. So that is Trump's been president then for how long? A year and 5 months? A year and 4 months at that time?
No.
4
months.
4 or 5 months.
Inaugurated
Yes.
January of
That's right.
17.
5 months, because 26 was the campaign. Yes. So let me continue. Under federal law, prosecutors have 5 years to bring a charge within a 5-year mark occurring during Tuesday. The case is being handled by U.S. Attorney's Office for Eastern District of Virginia. DOJ officials are close to deciding whether to prosecute the Director Comey for allegedly lying to Congress on September 2020. A source said there's a grand jury underway looking at the matter in Virginia. Decision could come any day. The extent of the potential charges was unclear as what was which part of his testimony could be subjected to perjury charges. President Donald Trump has criticized Comey for years over his handling of the investigation and other matters. I think they're very dishonest people. I think they're crooked as hell. Trump said in July about Comey and CIA Director John Brennan, and maybe they have to pay a price for that. Trump eventually fired Comey in 2017. Is this a new tweet, Rob? This
Yes,
is from,
last night.
Perfect. Justice in America, one of the worst human beings this country has ever been exposed to is James Comey, the former corrupt head of the FBI. Today he was indicted by a grand jury of 2 felony counts for various illegal and lawful acts. He has been so bad for our country for so long and is now at the beginning of being held responsible for his crimes against our nation. Make America great again. Tom, your thoughts on the story here?
Well, there's a couple things here. First of all, they're coming up on the deadline, but it shows you that below the surface, they were investigating this. So, Vinny, a lot of times we were concerned, and even Adam, we were talking about this, we were concerned, are they doing anything? Is Cash doing anything? We haven't heard about this. We haven't heard about that. Well, it turns out that, below the surface, there is stuff going on, which is good, and they had a grand jury. Now, the question is, do they have to rush it because they're Get it?
Cut
Rush
off of the
Russia.
fire.
Oh, do they have to rush the Russia thing because they're coming up on a deadline? But a grand jury is a special panel. So if the grand jury says, yeah, I think we've seen enough, then it really doesn't matter about the deadline. And if it's coincidentally the 5-year deadline, it means the grand jury has come to the end of it and said, there's enough here. 2 things we're going to watch out for. Which jurisdiction will the case be in? And now we've got Virginia, which is kind of a wince. Eastern District of Virginia is a liberal jurisdiction. And then what judge will be on the case? Because who appoints most all of these judges in these areas? Presidents. Yep. So who appointed this judge? Now we know that judges do lean politically a lot. So that's going to be the question. The third item is when you step back on this, some legal scholars last night, I was reading, and they were like, it's basically he is the leader of the FBI, and so his argument will be that was the best information I had at the moment from my entire organization, including multiple people, and I presented that to Congress. I was telling the truth about the information I had. So he's going to hide behind that a little bit, and that's how it might play out. But that's what I think. And by the way, this is what Trump wanted. This is what I wanted to see. This is what a lot of people wanted to see. And I hope we can get through the fog of this and get to a real trial.
Tom, I agree with you 100%. And listen, and I'm going to be honest. I remember how our attitude was like, hurry up. Nothing's happening. I don't have it. You said have some hope. Have some faith. I had to start practicing that for real. And this last night was one of the happiest. I was like, finally, now the dominoes, Tom, this is the first one.
Give me one of these.
Give me that, Pat. Like, it's fine. Finally, some accountability. And like you said, let's see if it goes to trial. Like, once it goes to trial and he gets behind bars, because this guy, he's been one of the key, excuse me, the FBI's, what's it called, Tom?
They're emotional?
Pat, just sorry. Their credibility has been so damaged, and this was the freaking head of the snake with, thank you, Pat. I want to just get that out there. But if you guys think about it, outside of all the crap that he did against Trump, do you remember what he did with the Clintons, how he was shielding Hillary for all those years, Tommy? In 2016, when he softened the language, when Hillary was doing all the email scandal and all her things that she was blatantly guilty for, he changed with, I think it was Loretta Lynch.
Wiping the server.
Yeah, wiping the server with a bleach bit. They said that she... James Comey with Loretta Lynch changed the verbiage of her indictment, not indictment, but they said they went from grossly negligent, which implies criminality, to extreme carelessness. So they gave her a pass. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. He was involved with that, and he signed off on Russia collusion and all that stuff. He thought he was untouchable, and now, guys, remember that cryptic message that he put with those little rocks? 8647. Yep. That, in my opinion, was like hey, guys, get rid of his ass. Get rid of his ass because this is coming down. Now, mind you, there's a bunch of clips, Rob. We don't have to show him. He was bragging about what he did to General
How much
Flynn.
You think this accelerated everything? How much you think this post of 8647 accelerated all of it?
I think it played a part.
You think it played any role?
Yes, I did.
I think so as well.
If you're in the background,
you have
you're in the grand
audacity.
jury?
We don't want to do anything to you. You want to say 8647. You don't think we know what that means? No problem. Okay. You want to play that game? Boom. You're being indicted.
100%. 100%.
And no, we don't know what 8647 means. Yeah, nobody knows. It's just an innocent bunch of shells.
He stumbled upon that when he was walking with his wife. And you know what's crazy too? The whole family is having a lot of stuff going on. His daughter, Maureen Comey, was fired with the whole Epstein situation. And then his son-in-law, who prosecuted all the January 6ers, which I know we're going to get into that too, he resigned his position as assistant U.S. attorney after his father-in-law. That's the letter right there. To uphold my oath to my father-in-law, get rid of Constitution and country, I hereby resign as the Assistant United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia in the Department of Justice, effective immediately. Good. The trash is taking out itself. I'm so freaking happy that they're starting to do it, but guess what? I want the other ones. The Hillarys, the Obamas, the Brennans.
And another
yeah,
one.
I want all of them to go.
One.
Tom, so inside the FBI, who flips?
Great question. I think, you know what? You only need one or two people inside the FBI to have actually a conscience about this.
Weird.
And to flip. And now you've got a new administration and you've got Kash Patel there. I believe that they probably already have some names and they have some people that are going to be like, hey, you know, there's been things coming out in the last few days, some of which Trump will want to hear, some of which he won't want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, somebody on Epstein is not something he wants to hear. And then this, I think we're going to see some people flip inside the FBI.
Let me tell you, Rob ran a poll, and our audience is generally fair when they vote for certain things. Some of the things they're going to be like, no, they disagree with us, right? Ran a poll, 4,000 people have voted. Is James Comey guilty? What do you think the percentage is? Don't pull it up, Rob.
92%.
It's not going to be
92%.
pretty for Comey.
92 is high. What do you think it is?
I'll go 85.
Can you go higher than 100?
Okay, so you guys are good.
80?
It's 95.
Yeah,
You were
exactly.
right. Yeah, check this out. Open it up, Rob.
For some reason, it's not loading. I
It's
don't know.
Yeah, of course.
95% yes, he's guilty.
Good for you.
5% he's not. To the 5% that they say they're not, we thank you for joining this podcast. We'd love to meet you.
We love you guys.
The 5%.
But Pat, can I say one thing before we go to Adam? Like, What can we do, guys? What can you do, Tom? I know it's almost impossible, but the bias that we saw from him openly, Trump hater him.
What can you do?
What can we do to stop? Meaning, can we do it
can't.
to where you guys can't vote? If you have voted, I'm sorry, you can't, because you are internal. Like, dude, Andy McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page. If you saw because I was that guy, Pat. I was sat there and watched everything that had to do with Trump and Russia and everything. These people were blatantly messaging each other saying, we need an insurance policy. He's not going to be the president. It'd be the worst thing. And when he was messaging Lisa Page, he was like, no, we're going to stop him. We're going to stop the president. Yeah. And it's like, what kind of insanity? Like, this is that deep state.
If you're saying, what can you do?
Yeah, what can we do to not let this happen again?
Every 90 days when we ran the insurance company, we would publicly terminate a few agents that were doing wrongdoings.
Good.
Just to make a statement to everybody.
Okay, good.
Hey, no forgery, none of this, you're out. This person, and we would say the names.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, and then it went from having to do it every 90 days to having to do it every 6 months to having to do it once a year. But no matter how much you do it, people still think they can get away with it, right? Yeah. We just had a lawsuit for a couple of our guys for $6.2 million. They thought they could get away with it. And they're still doing it. Yeah. And one of them was served and the other one wasn't served. And the other one that wasn't served, the lawyer said just write an article in the local paper to let their names know because that's the way you're going to be able to serve them. But even though you do that, even there's another guy behind them that did something that we have. So you can, no matter what you do to teach people to not do stupid things, there's always somebody around the corner that thinks they're smart, that they're not going to get caught. Yeah. Okay. And no one's going to find out about what I did. You know, almost like what do you call it? Like, who is that? The movie Homeless. Home
Alone.
Home Alone, right? What was it? The two
Culkin?
guys. The two
Joe
guys. What was the group's
Pesci
name?
and,
The Wet Bandits.
The Wet Bandits.
Wet Bandits.
Right, the Wet Bandits, right? Like stuff like
Sticky
that. Like
Bandits or what?
you think they can
Wet
get away with
Bandits.
it, right? And then you're like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? You just took these guys for $104,000. Then they come back and get you. So these types of things happen. However, Adam, I'm going to go to you. Then I want to come to James O'Keefe, send a clip about what happened with the guy that he talked to, which is
perfect.
absolutely. So I think the transition is perfect into that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, you talked about James Comey and the whole 86-47 thing. We didn't hear from James Comey forever. And then all of a sudden he does the 86-47 thing as he's promoting his book. Here's what Elon Musk had to say about FAFO, Mr. Comey. So he's going to...
Elon's hilarious.
Listen, James Comey is going to have his day in court. We're going to find out if he's guilty or not. But I'm going to rush to judgment on one thing. So gaslighting the public, this is something that we're going to need to address. This whole Russia hoax, James Comey, you're going to have to owe me and millions of Americans, at the very least, an apology. Because I remember watching that thing in 2017 and being like, oh my God, they got Trump with Russia. He said the following words: we have high intelligence that Russia interfered with the election. It's not even a close call. He said there is no fuzz on this. And now, 10 years later, it may be a fact that it's all just been fabricated. How many people have felt for the Russia hoax? I did. How many people still have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and their brain is hemorrhaging because they see Trump and they freak out because of people like this? Whether it's the media, whether it's the intelligence community, whether it's universities, whatever it is, we got to have some accountability here because our country is reeling right now, and it's the people that we depend on, the intelligence community, to basically give some credibility here, and they've gaslit us to think that Trump is a Russian asset.
Do you have this
and
picture because Mr. Comey's waiting to jump on a podcast? Because it looks like he's live.
He's on a Zoom.
No, this is his
Jim.
video response last night.
Okay, let's see it.
Family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump.
Shut up.
But we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way.
Oh, really?
We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love
pause it
dearly
right
What does that
recently.
even mean?
What is on your knees?
No,
like,
Pat. No.
praying?
Yeah.
Is he
What's he
Muslim?
talking about, Rob?
I don't know.
Didn't Lewinsky say the same thing?
No, but what is he talking about?
Go ahead.
I believe he's referencing bending the knee as if he's bending down to a dictator.
Yeah.
Oh, like
It's
praying
innuendo.
or-
Innuendo. Like,
No.
like
So,
master.
so he's refusing to bend down to a
Like in-
dictator.
Bend the knee.
Not like that.
Innuendo?
Innuendo.
Like the euthanasia.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of you.
Focus on the youth in Asia. Youth in Asia.
Let me ask you, what's so euthanasia for Denny
Please start
Fingers
from
doing?
the guys. I tell you this, I have a hard time with these types, and when they say stuff
Yes.
like this,
It's
start from the beginning. Go.
Confusing.
Let me show what the...
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid.
Ooh.
And I hope you're not either. Yeah. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does.
They better raise the roof on the jail cell.
My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent.
Yeah.
So let's have a trial.
Yeah. But
And keep the faith.
Let's have a try.
can I say one thing?
Is that Batman?
But
Who is
notice
that?
this. Notice how he's making. Nobody's kicking down his door. There's no CNN. There's no cameras. It's all nice and polite. And mind you, Pat, this is the same FBI that just admitted yesterday that they had 275 plainclothes agents walking around on January 6th. Really? What were you guys doing? And other ones actually said, like, listen, we didn't start anything, but some of us were aggressive and pushing it. Look at that. What were 275 agents doing January 6th? Because there's videos of them that look like feds with a mask pack, breaking windows, breaking shit. It's like everything that we said we were right.
You
we
are
were
so
crazy.
right, Vinny. And by the way, I'll just add one thing to you. Yeah. Remember you were always suspicious about the 40 khaki guys that would all wear the same khakis and they and the masks and the flags and they would walk down the thing and like saying angry things trying to start riots. Guess what?
Look, Tom, look at this. Like, they brought the protesters. Look, give me some DAP, agent. Thank you, bro. I did my job. What? Unbelievable. This is the same FBI, guys. They've been corrupt forever. And now
What is this video? What is
this?
It
This is in
showing?
January 6th, Adam. They grabbed the guy that's a protester, and then they look at how nice they're treating this guy. Why would you let him go? Why would you let him go?
Because he's one of them and they're fist bumping.
Exactly.
They were acting
What's that
in
saying,
their
Tom?
own play.
The chickens have come home to roost. How many times?
Damn,
you know, people say, I don't like to say I told you so. I actually do, because we told you so. Period. Told you so.
I do.
We're gonna have a new podcast called "I Told You So." First we have COVID, then we have Fauci, then we have
Oh my God.
then we have January
so why don't we do
6th.
this for her take? If you or somebody you know, Rob, just put the link below if you don't mind. Put the link below if you want to nominate anybody. I got swamped by so many messages. I'll nominate myself. I'll nominate myself. I'll nominate myself. If you have anybody that you recommend, we now have a list of over 100 ladies that would like to be on Her Take, and we're excited about it. We're going to build that into a top show for 2027, 2028, and very, very excited about that show. And I think it's going to turn into something very special. We had a very good Zoom yesterday talking about what the plans are with the show. What happened? What happened, Tom?
No, what you were talking about.
Oh, okay. So, and so having said that, for those of you guys that would like to nominate somebody, you can simply go to this form, put their name down. And the biggest thing for us is, guys, this person needs to have influence. You know, some of you guys are putting some, look, I've never posted a video on YouTube before. I've never done anything, but I think I would be great. We need folks that have experience doing this. So if there's anybody you like that you want to nominate, put their names there. Or if it's yourself and you're somebody that you've done a lot of content, and you want to be part of the show, we'd love to talk to you. We're looking for the host. We're looking for co-host. We're looking for co-hosts because we're going to have a rotation because a lot of people live in different places. But the person that would be the main host, we need that person to be in South Florida because we want to drive a lot of eyeballs to Her Take. This was one of the biggest weeks of eyeballs going to Her Take. And it's a phenomenal, phenomenal concept that we're excited about long term. So again, Rob, did you put the link in comment section in the description?
And it's also pinned. Yep.
Fantastic. Just go click on a link, nominate anybody you think would be good on that show. We would love to speak with them. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.